Hello, this is a video about my favorite rock book bands, and most of them are my dad's, but when I really do love a band, I want to know every single thing about them, every single person that has been part of it. I like to watch videos about the band, about the time. I like to watch interviews to see what people thought about them, what they thought about other bands. And these are gonna be the ones that I have read or mostly have read, and the ones that I asked my dad to buy me, I will tell you. The first one I did. Actually, all this basically I have, but we have here my most prized possession, the Queen 3D book. This is by Brian May, of course. Ever since he was a child, he liked those 3D like books and images. Where you need, I got it for you. These are the glasses. So there's gonna be two pictures here, and then you put on the glasses and you see the image in 3D. And this is basically Brian recollecting about the history of the band, having lots of pictures of them, but also of him as a kid that he took with his 3D camera. And it is so special. Queen is in my top three favorite bands. The top one varies between those three, but Queen is definitely like, they are very special to me. I think I bought it when I was 16, or my dad bought it for me, and I took it everywhere. I was so attached to this. I was a very depressed kid, and Queen helped me a lot, and I love this book very much. See, the two pictures, and then you put the thing on. It's great. The next one that we have is, okay, I'm Brazilian, so lots of these are going to be in Portuguese. Kill Me Please, Oral History of the Punk Movement. I have read this a really long time ago. Most of them I have read about 9 years ago when I was starting to get into rock, so I needed to know everything. And this is mentioned in a Gilmore Girls episode. Jess recommends this to Rory, and I already knew the existence of this book, so I was like, oh, this! And it has a second volume. I have no idea where it is, but I love punk. One of my favorite subgenres of rock, so very important and very good book. Next one, the man, the legend, Lou Reed. Have I finished this? No, because it's very thick. I think I stopped around here and I have to reread it. But Lou Reed, David Bowie, and Iggy Pop are the supreme trio for me. Look, all of these people have done really bad things, and some of them still do. And it is good for you to read stuff, and you are gonna be able to judge them critically, but also say you have made a huge impact in my life, and I still love you anyway. That's Lou Reed. Next one, and my favorite rock biography of all time. These books that are fine. Just kidding. I just wanted to put this here because I started to learn English when I was around like turning 13 to 14, and then Enfield were the ones that really helped me know English, and they're British, so my accent really doesn't make sense, but I really love them. I needed to mention them somehow. I also have Dan's book. So I'm still pretty much attached to these two. The next one is in my top 3 favorite bands of all time. The Who, I love The Who so much. I know all the controversies. I know everything musically wise. Just getting to know who they were. They were insane. they were insane. And would I support their shenanigans today? No. Back then, did I laugh? Yes. And this book is more about like pictures and showing the times. Showing like the mod movement and lots of like behind the scene photos of the making of their albums. Lots of important things that is them. I did mark a page. I did mark a page. Bruce Dickinson. We don't have this book. My dad loves Iron Maiden, but we do not have this book. I don't really care. But I just, this last page, it's Pete talking about how it's just him and Roger now. And when one of them dies, it's just the other one to tell the stories. And the last sentence is, prepare for the elaboration of the myth. Because no, just one of them will be able to tell what truly they perceived with their eyes. And I just get sentimental. I really do love The Who. In the Who scheme of things, I have not read this whole book. Okay. Keith Moon biography. Look at this. Okay, and the boy lied a lot. Like, the first page is the author saying, he lied a lot. Like, do we know his actual birthday? Probably not, because he lied so much. But Keith Moon is my favorite drummer of all time. I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. John Bonham, Neil Peart, to me is Keith Moon, and John Entwistle is the best bassist of all time, in my opinion. Okay, I will say it. I have not finished this, just like the Lou Reed one, but I will one day. But I'm still very happy that I got this book. It was used, and I bought it on a Brazilian website, so I was very happy about that. The Dan and Phil book I actually bought when I was turning 14 to 15 in London. So that book, like, it has history, it has sentimental value to me. This has sentimental value to me because I think it's a beautiful cover. It is in English, I like to read in English, and Keith Moon, he was a dear boy. He was a messed up boy, but he was a dear boy. So let's go downstairs for more books. Okay, it was too hot, so I changed clothes. Anyways, Pete Townshend. I begged my dad to buy this for me. He did, when it was on sale. Anyways, I really like The Who, as you can tell. Would recommend. I remember liking it. Most of these books, I do not remember most of it, but I do remember if I liked it or not. So, I was on my The Who addiction phase, so I really like these things. Roger Daltrey. Remember much less about this, like at all. My friend bought it for me. I was so happy. Could not tell you a single story from this, but I love The Who, so I will like it. I do not have a John Entwistle biography, which is very sad, but I do hope to have one day so that I can complete the Who books together with my The Who 50th anniversary book. Continuing on with the books, like the bands that I have already showed you, Queen, I remember bringing this to high school, and a guy read the title, like, My Life with the Biggest Rock Band of the 20th Century, and he laughed and said, no, the biggest band is either Metallica or Iron Maiden. No, it is not. No, it is not, and Queen is one of the biggest ones. And I read this book twice, a couple of years back, like in different years, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I get emotional. I love Queen. I got emotional. I hate Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie, because I love Queen so much, and they did them dirty. They did Freddie dirty as hell. They made him boring. The one thing he said that he did not want to be when he died. Anyways, classic rock. Continuing. I did not finish. It is small. I know. I love Jimi Hendrix. I did not finish this, but I will recommend it to you because it seems very nice. My dad did not finish this either. Most of these books that I finished, he did not. And the ones that I didn't, he also didn't. So, post-punk. I only have Joy Division. Ian Curtis was a dick to most people, and especially his wife. But before I knew that, I was already in the Joy Division train. Yet again, very depressed teenager. So Joy Division really, really had an impact on me. I have a jean jacket that I wrote hate in the back because he has an iconic jacket that has hate in the back. But I did it where the, did you call it lapel? Where the little thing that you can turn up is. So I wrote it there. So then when I turn it down, nobody sees it. I love Joy Division. Peter Hook is a great bass player. I really like this book, and the movie is also really good. The movie inspired by them. I forgot the name of the movie, but it is very good. It's very innovative. I like when biopics are innovative. I like they're just trying to do something. Love and Mercy is my favorite one. It's the Brian Wilson one. Perfect. Paul Dano in it. Perfect. Bunk. Together with Can We Please. I have read this book 4 times, in 4 different times in my life, and I love it so much. I slept with David Bowie. I slept with Joey Ramone. It's written by his brother, and I do not think Joey, but especially Didi and Tommy, they do not get the credit for the Ramones enough. I know Joey kind of does, and Johnny, don't even have to say it. Tommy began that band, okay? He started it all. You guys don't give a shit. Fuck you. Ramones is one of the top 3 bands. So now you know my top 3 bands. Queen, The Who, and Ramones. I know the Ramones sucked, but when Joey was passing away, every time I read it, I feel so bad. He deserved so much more. We talk about differentiating artists from the art. I think with rock bands kind of hard, especially when stuff that they did in the past, and sometimes they say that they regret it, and all the originals Ramones are dead. So, yeah, I love this book. Fuck. I begged my dad to buy me this book. He did. I have not read it yet. It's been years. Anyways. The Dead Kennedys, are they pussies without Jello Biafra? Yes, because they were supposed to do a concert in Brazil while we had a right-wing president at the time, so that the poster for the concerts, it was a traditional Brazilian family, or just traditional family with clown makeup. Please tell me do not hit the bus. And they backed out because the right-wingers that wanted to go to the concert, they got upset, so that the Dead Kennedys said, we are canceling the concert. Bitch! Bunch of pussies without Jello Biafra. Still love the band though. I love their songs. I love the way Jello wrote music. I know lots of them are controversial, but like, that's the fucking point of punk. And the Dead Kennedys, are you fucking kidding me? Anyways, I think my punk band biographies are done. But this is the book that made me want to record this video, because I remembered it existed. And I thought, oh, I want to read it. Like, my reading slump is finally done and I want to read books. Alice in Chains. I like grunge. I know all of this bands hated the grunge terms, but like that period, and a little bit before, like Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, Jane's Addiction, Mudhoney, Melvins. I love them all. And I'm really excited to read this book because I really love Alice in Chains. I really love Alice in Chains. You get really lucky when a core part of your band is gone and you are able to continue without them, because I think the new vocalist, I think their bassist is also dead, but you know, the vocalist, like Lainey, was very, very important, and I think the new guy, he's doing a great job. I love the new songs. I love Alice in Chains. I love Alice in Chains. Grunge. Dave Grohl. When this released in Brazil, it was very expensive, of course, so we could not buy it. My dad didn't want to buy it, and we went on a plane, and a woman was reading this book, and I was like, I'm so fucking jealous. Then months later, it was on sale, and my dad bought it. But I think Dave Grohl is a good storyteller. Contador de histórias, storyteller. I kind of banglarized lots of grunge bands. So what happened with like his family, what he did to them a little bit back. I was very disappointed, and I put all my hopes on Eddie Vedder and Pearl Jam, which I shouldn't. You should never do that. But I do. I shouldn't. But it kind of soured a little bit my imaginational relationship with Dave Grohl, because I think, oh yeah, we're buddies, man. We are so cool. We could still be buddies, but I love Nirvana. I love Foo Fighters. I've been to the concert, saw Taylor sing Under Pressure. I think it was on Rock in Rio years and years ago, but... And before that, we saw Wizard. Like, it was a fantastic night. Like, really, White Snake played that night, too. Am I grabbing too? Like, gabbing? Grabbing. Very good. Grunge. I think this is the best Kurt Cobain book I have ever read. It is in English. Oh my god. What would you say? Do I remember much of it? No, I have read it 2 times though, many years ago. Like all of these, there are none that I have read recently, but I really have fond recollections of this one, the servant. Sorry. I cannot talk in English anymore, but I really like this one. Another one I have read, do not remember any of it. This one. It's thick. I remember it being good. That's about it. Thank you. Now, giving you Whiplash. I begged my sister to buy this book for me. She did. Fun fact, I had a really, really heavy Motley Crue phase. Not glam rock phase, Motley Crue phase, because I don't really like glam rock. I watched the biopic 4 times in the span of a year, and one of them was with my dad. Cool. I went to their concert with a friend. They were playing with Def Leppard, and it was really amazing, to be quite honest. Mick was not there though, and there's 2 issues with him in the band. Anyways, I think it is fun. It's fun read. It's Motley Crue. It's all crude, like we should expect. I did have a major crush on Nikki Sixx during Dr. Feelgood era, and that's it. But it was huge, but it was not the biggest crush of my life, not my biggest crush in rock, because my biggest crush in rock is the biggest crush of my life. And we will get there. We will get there. My phone is overheating. Just a second. I think my phone was buzzing a lot before that. I'm sorry. Here we go. Rest in peace to the legend, the myth, the ant sniffler, Ozzy Osbourne. Have never read this. My dad has. He liked it. Autobiography. This is the thing about these books. They are not up to date. So it's very good to read them and then just check up online how the fuck the people are doing now. So one day I will read it though. I hope. I think. It was amazing. Love solo career. Love. What? Black Sabbath. If you are in between an author and Mick Wall, like to buy a biography of a band, buy Mick Wall. He's such an amazing writer. I think he gets lots of credit, as he should, because he is very good. And I have read this book yet again a long time ago, but I remember that I loved it. And just for you to know, I went to my first concert at 11 in 2012, and it was Selena Gomez. And then the second concert I ever went, was in 2016, and it was Black Sabbath. Like, I think they did 3 shows in Brazil for, like, their final tour, and it was, like, final tour ever. Ozzy came back alone, but, like, Black Sabbath, yeah, that was my second concert ever. Yeah, did you know the drummer for their album 13 is the drummer of Rage Against the Machine? I also did go to my exams, like the exams that you do to go to college, with a Rage Against the Machine shirt. I did go to college and I'm trying to find a job, so I'm not very raging against the machine. Anyways, next one, Metallica. I'm a huge fan of Metallica. No, metal is not a genre that I love. I like some stuff, but it's not my favorite ever. I did go to a Metallica concert with my dad and a couple of his friends. It is an amazing concert. Like, it is Kiss level concert. I went to Kiss 3 times. By the way, I saw Kiss 3 times. That was insane. It was not planned, but it was insane. I do have a pic signed by Gene Simmons that a bodyguard gave to me on the plane when I was going home, and he saw that I was listening to Kiss, like right before, after the concert, and he gave it to me, and I was like, what is life? Anyways, Metallica. I have not finished reading this book, but I have a soft spot for Cliff. I love all of his songs that he was involved in his era of Metallica, and this book starts with the bus crash, so just a warning for you. And yet again, have not finished it, but I think I got like here. Chapter 5. But I do appreciate Metallica a lot. I really like Kirk, and Rob is very nice too. James seems nice, and that's it. I'm not talking about anybody else. This book, continuing the MISSPOKE tradition, I did bring this book to high school because I was one of those kind of girls. And my geography teacher was like, oh, you kids like Led Zeppelin? I was like, no, girlie, just me and my friend from the other class. Not enough to read this. My other friend, she's just about the music. But me, I was about this shit. And this book is really amazing. I read it 2 times, I think, in a couple of different years. But this cover, MISSPOKE, Led Zeppelin. Don't need any introductions or nothing talked about. Who are you talking about again? MISSPOKE, yes, I have not read this book yet. AC/DC to me, it's a very emblematic band, but to me they are very mysterious. Of course, they try to not be on the spotlight or talk about their life too much, and I respect that. So I don't know. I don't know why I haven't read this a lot, because I really want to know like more about them. And yet again, lightning strike, you lose such a great singer, and then you get another one that says "me son" all the time and gets me very emotional. I love AC/DC. I love the Angus is short. I'm short as fuck. I feel very much represented by it. I'm so cringe. Okay. AC/DC. We should all appreciate and learn more about AC/DC and listen more to AC/DC. They're great. They're great. Even the albums are not so great. They are doing something. They are being AC/DC. Why are you buzzing, phone? The last one from the icon, MISSPOKE. I had a huge Guns N' Roses phase. Why? Because my supreme crush of all time and in rock is in this band. Is it Slash? No. Is it Duff? No. Is it Axl? No. Is it Steven? No, it is Easy. It is Easy Stradlin. That man, and when I say crush, I mean these people when they are young, okay? Like him when he was in Guns N' Roses until like his solo career. He had a band. The first album is so good, and I liked how he just said, this is not healthy for me, I'm gonna leave this band, you guys suck. Axl does not want to pay, like, to this day, like, people equally for that band, so I'm not gonna play with you guys. Even though they keep saying, come back, play a show. And like, no, I wanna be paid the same. We're a band. We were the same. But yeah, I have read this book a lot. My dad had another Guns N' Roses book that he bought, like, when he was much younger, but I cannot find it. I have read that too, but I cannot find it. Guns N' Roses still! I have read this book like 3 times. One was because interested in Guns N' Roses. The second one because I forgot everything about the first time. And the third one because I was like, Do you talk about Izzy? Yes, anyways. I also bring this to class in high school. And another teacher, she looked like, what is this? And I was like, and showed it to her, and she was like, oh, I thought it was like a romance book. And I was like, no. No. He also thanks his ex-wife, which I don't think they are in good terms right now. But Sash seems like a good guy when he's not posting like semi-porn on Instagram. He's also posting horror. I love horror, so I really appreciate it. Anyways. Okay. The last two that I have for international rock that I'm gonna show you is this one. It is when they made Exile on Main Street. It's just recounting the making of this album because it was fucked up. And I read it one time and I really liked it. I have to read it again because I don't remember any of it, but the Rolling Stones, insane. Anyways, the next one that I also have, it is about the Rolling Stones. I love this cover so much. I really like this book as well. I only read it once, but I remember it being really fun, and one girl in my class said, oh, my brother really likes the Rolling Stones, can you lend it to me? And I was like, yeah, sure, when I finish reading it. I never did, because I'm very scared of people not lending my books back, and this is my dad's, so like, no. Anyway, it's a very good book, very good cover. Now I'm gonna show you some miscellaneous books and also some Brazilian rock, okay? Oh. It's like... I also have this, about Angus. Do I prefer to read about the whole band instead of one person? Yes. Do I love Angus so much that I would actually read this? Yes. There are certain people that I would specifically want to read about. Like, Ian Curtis, Jimi Hendrix. But Jimi Hendrix, it's like Jimi Hendrix and his band. Joey, yes, oh yeah, Kurt, oh yeah, okay, I think I just like to. I like both. It depends on the member of the band that is talking about, but there's also that too. Let's talk about Brazilian rock. Before the Brazilian section, I must say that my dad has Anthony Kiedis and Fleece biographies on Kindle. He read them and said they were good. I have not, so I don't know. But I also listened to Duff McKagan's audiobook on YouTube. He read it. I don't know if it is there anymore, if it was legal, but it was good. I recommend it. Anyways, Brazil. João Gordo. He is the singer of Ratos de Porão, a punk rock / hardcore punk, in my opinion, band. He's also a vegetarian, and he hung out with Kurt Cobain in the 90s for a little bit. I don't know. He's also a really good guy. Like, I think he's pretty funny and pretty great, and he used to record like recipes on YouTube, and it's fun, and I really like his band. So there we go. What we have here, Brazilian rock in the 80s, very good. Book 2 talks a lot about Brazilian rock in the 80s. I got into like actually looking for more songs and the stories of how Brazil was with rock when I was 19, so it's very recent, but I fell deep into it. I love my country. I love all these people. They make such great music, or unfortunately made, but it's a very good book. The queen, the icon, Rita Lee. This is who I aspire to be. She was part of Mutantes, like royalty of Brazilian rock and experimentation and everything. She was kicked out of it, and she was like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna have my own solo career. And she did, and she was great. And unfortunately, she passed away recently of cancer. But that woman fought every single way. She was a huge James Dean and Beatles fan. And she has, of course, a ghostwriter. helping her with the book, and sometimes there are some parts where it's just a little ghost that is her ghost writer helper commenting on the things. And Italy is a woman that you have to read about it. I cannot express how much she's Italy. She's Italy, and that's it. This woman, she's the best. She's the best. She was like my mom's icon and inspiration, and she's my icon inspiration now. Talking about kind of tragedies too, Renato Russo. You will not find one single person in Brazil that doesn't know at least one line of a Legião Urbana song. That's his band. He wrote most of the lyrics, if not all, and I wouldn't say he was self-aggrandizing, like grandiose about himself, but he was very poetic. It was very interesting. I have a playlist of stuff that I put to sleep, like typically long interviews, like Stephen King talking about stuff with college kids, like writing and stuff, and it's like 2 hours long. And I have one video of just him talking. It's an interview, but he talks a lot, and I love it. And he was very poetic. Unfortunately, he passed from AIDS complications in the 90s, and I never read this book. I want to read it because he gets me emotional. Like, João Urbana gets me emotional. I know we mock it a lot because it is such an overused band and songs, but it is because it is that good. Renato Russo is really amazing. A person that we have here, still alive, still doing concerts, still being the best. Ney Matogrosso. He's so much. Like, when I mean so much, he doesn't have a gender, he doesn't have a sexuality, because he's all of them. There's a movie that released a biopic about him. I think it is on Brazilian Netflix. I don't know about you, but the actor, like, Oscar-winning performance, Ney Matogrosso, it was insane. He did so much. He lived and still lives such a life. And his songs, him with Secos e Molhados, also a band that he afterwards got out and started his solo career. He transcends rock. He transcends any genre of music. This man is an icon. He deserves every single flower he receives and more. One of his friends and lovers, it's also a person that gets me sentimental. It is Cazuza. This is written by his mom. Cazuza also passed away from AIDS in the 90s. He's part of the band that I'm going to talk about next, but he also had a solo career. And this solo career was also so meaningful and fun. He lived to be fun and have fun. And this biography is so touching because it is written by his mom, but also the way that she talks about him. And he was an insane person, but he had so much care for his friends, and he wrote such beautiful lyrics that, like Renato Russo, up to this day, they're so relevant. Especially Renato Russo, like, his lyrics are very much relevant today, and Cazuza is just really that type of guy that is like, I'm gonna have a great time with him, but he's also really fucking annoying. Because of so much, you know? But I really love this book. I have read it twice because it is so beautiful and so touching. His band is like my trio of favorite Brazilian bands. Barão Vermelho, after he left, their guitar player, Frejá, got to be the singer and composed the lyrics too, and the songs, of course. Now Frejá has left and it is on his solo career. Bitch. Sorry. But come back and do a tour with Barão Vermelho, please. Because Barão Vermelho, Titãs, and Paralamas de Sucesso are like my favorite rock bands of all time. Like, no topping them at all. I love them very much. And I have seen Titãs quite a few times. Even like the 8 of them together. It was 9. One of them passed away. like 1 or 2 days after I was born, by the way. Coincidences are crazy. And the other two is they're still going. But no, with Frejá, which pisses me off. But I need to read this again. It's been a really long time since I have read it, but I really, oh man, I really love Barão Vermelho. They are a great band. They very much rock and roll, Rolling Stones vibe. I love it. The last two things that I have to show you are magazines that were very important for the rock community in Brazil, according to my dad, which is Barulho magazine. Oh my god, Kurt Cobain. Very old copy, of course. So just, my dad has a couple of Rolling Stones magazine and Buzz magazine, but this one, it's like the 30 years of the magazine. Look, it's beautiful. And my dad was one of the people that paid to help have this made, you know? And like colaboradores? Apoiadores. So the guy signed it for him. This is so cool. And just the history of the magazine. You know, talking a lot about rock and stuff. I think it's very good. I have some posters on my wall that came with this. And very important. Brazil also loves rock and roll, okay? We love a lot of things, but rock and roll is definitely one of them. And yeah, should I show you some miscellaneous ones that I do not care much to show you personally? Sure. Okay, so here we are. Just like coletâneas, just like a bunch of periods of rock, like how Rock in Rio was, Woodstock, heavy metal, just things about rock and roll, from rock to classic, sound and evolution. Oh yeah, we had a Van Halen song, no, book. God damn it, I cannot talk anymore. We had it, cool. Van Halen, really appreciate Neil Young for what he stands for. Do not know much about his music, so sorry I did not include you, dude. So sorry. Eric Clapton, I have my mixed feelings. I've heard that Keith Richards talks about like a single chord for like 10 pages in this book. Maybe one day I will read it, but dude, come on. Kid Vinil, very important for Brazilian rock. Yeah, this guy, one of the most famous Brazilian bands ever. It is his autobiography. It's cool. I like his band. So I live twice. Really like them. But the fortunate name. Also about Brazilian rock. Also, I think like the period of like really rock being strong in Brazil, which I think is pretty right. I think the 80s are also kind of a huge period for rock, but like 2008 forward, I think rock is just dead in Brazil. Like new bands, it's not underground, and underground rock and this kind of stuff. So that's it. The guy Nazi, his band is called Ira, with a exclamation point, because of, you know, the revolutionary movement. So they put the exclamation point to differentiate. Anyways, that was it. Rock books that I like, that I haven't all read yet, that I want to read, that I own, and I hope you liked it and might grab some and read them. I have much to say. Bye.